Have you ever felt invisible? Even when you were standing in a room full of people. Like your words didn't matter. Your presence didn't matter. You didn't matter. Maybe you helped others again and again, but on the one day you needed a little kindness, everyone suddenly forgot your name. Maybe you've silently asked yourself, why does no one respect me? If any of this feels familiar, then the story you're about to hear is meant for you. Once, in a quiet old village surrounded by soft hills and whispering trees, there lived a young man named Ethan Cole. Ethan was gentle, honest, and always ready to help. But for reasons he could never understand, no one respected him. People talked over him. Children made jokes behind his back. Shopkeepers acted like he didn't even exist. Neighbors walked by without a nod. Ethan worked harder than most people. Whenever someone needed help, he was the first to show up. Yet the respect he wished for never came. One morning, Ethan was carrying a heavy basket of wheat to the mill. When he reached the village square, he saw a group of elders discussing winter grains storage. Ethan had discovered a clever method that could save the whole village. Gathering courage, he stepped forward and said, "Excuse me, I think I may know a way." But before he could finish, an elder waved him off. "Ethan, please, the elders are talking." Another didn't even look at him. "Don't interrupt." Their words cut deeper than a knife. He stepped back quietly. His heart sank. And in that moment, the basket slipped from his hands. Wheat spread everywhere. People walked around him without helping. Not one person bent down. Kneeling in the dust, he whispered through tears, "Why does nobody respect me? What am I doing wrong?" He felt truly broken. That night, unable to sleep, Ethan sat beneath the great oak tree at the edge of the village. The moonlight touched his shoulders gently, but it could not soothe the heaviness in his heart. Then he heard slow footsteps. It was Mr. Alden, the oldest and wisest man in the village. He stood beside Ethan and said softly, "Son, you don't earn respect by shouting, but you also don't earn it by shrinking." Ethan looked up. "Sir, I don't understand." Mr. Alden sat beside him. "There are 5 silent forces in this world. If you learn them, people will respect you without a single word." Ethan listened carefully. The first force. Your posture. How you stand speaks before your mouth does. If you walk with bent shoulders and a lowered head, people assume you are unimportant. The second force. The power of slow. Move calmly. Rushing shows insecurity. True confidence moves with steady steps. The third force. The courage to look people in the eyes. Not staring. Not forcing, just meeting their eyes with quiet confidence. It tells people, I see myself as equal. The fourth force, listening like a wise man. Most people listen to reply. Few listen to understand. Be the one who understands. The fifth force, the silence that commands a room. In noise, stay calm. In chaos, stay silent. Then, when you finally speak, your words will matter. Mr. Alden rested a hand on Ethan's shoulder. These 5 forces will not only change how people treat you, they will change how you treat yourself. For the first time in his life, Ethan felt he had a path. The next morning, Ethan began. First force. He stood tall, shoulders relaxed, head up, eyes forward. Not proud, not arrogant, just present. People noticed. Someone moved aside to let him pass. A shopkeeper nodded respectfully. Small changes, but powerful ones. Second force. He stopped rushing. He walked calmly, breathed calmly. The village began to see him differently. Third force. He met people's eyes. Gently, naturally. The blacksmith said, "Ethan, you look different. Stronger." Ethan smiled. No words needed. Fourth force. He listened, really listened. People felt seen. People felt valued. Lady Miriam told him, "Talking to you feels peaceful." Respect began to grow, quietly. Then came the real test. One afternoon, The villagers gathered to discuss a water shortage. Arguments erupted. Voices rose, but Ethan stayed silent. He listened. He observed. When everyone finally grew frustrated, Ethan stepped forward. Tall, he looked at each person gently, and he said only one sentence. We can share the well fairly one family each week. The square went silent. People nodded within minutes. They agreed. The same people who once ignored him now listened to him first. By winter, Ethan Cole was no longer invisible. He didn't gain respect by shouting. He didn't gain respect by changing others. He gained respect because he changed himself. He respected his body. He respected his time. He respected his voice. He respected others. And most importantly, he respected his silence. And that inner respect shined outwards, like sunlight touching every corner of the village. Remember this. Respect begins inside you. When you change the way you carry yourself, the world begins to change the way it sees you. Thank you for listening. If this story touched your heart, consider joining us here at Talise. With English, every week, we bring you simple, powerful stories to inspire, guide, and strengthen your journey. We'd be honored to have you with us.